Start.
Okay, lovely. Hello everybody.
Hi guys.
So today we're meeting Brent and Molly, the Lifestyle Hustlers. Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Family of four, lapping Australia with no end date, and also our awesome mentors. So we would really love it if you guys would share your story with us today.
Of course.
Tell us how you got to where you are.
Okay. So
Where do we start?
this all happened and sorry guys, right now we are in the van as well. It is
Hence us being a bit cramped here.
a little bit crammed, and if the little one wakes up, Molly might have to jump away. So
Yep.
excuse
Same
us
for
if that
Lara, I'd
happens.
say.
So guys, I just want to say right now, obviously we're filming this and it's what's the date today? 1st of April.
1st of April.
April Fools.
Of course.
There's a lot going on in the world right now. It's such a shame, and I just hope that everyone's safe. And we will get through this, whoever's watching this. So, you know, it's something that it's going to change the world and send us into a different, I guess, era. But there's so much positivity coming out of it. But I just wanted to touch on that because it's, you know,
Pretty
just
important.
to sort of ground ourselves. But we started this a little over 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and Molly and myself we were in jobs that we weren't enjoying. I was in electrical wholesale.
And I was working in a call center in insurance full time. Had our daughter Madison at the time; she just turned 2, and I was 6 weeks pregnant with our son Kobe.
With Kobe. We were just treading water in life for a long time. I guess we tried different things. We tried different opportunities to try and make more money. We were doing okay, I guess, in our jobs. I was managing, obviously, and you know, with Molly and insurance, we had a mortgage, so we managed to build our first home.
Yeah.
We were, as I said, just treading water though. So for us, we wanted so much more out of life, and we looked at so many other opportunities. We spent a lot of money in other avenues. We even looked at actually opening an F45 gym. That about 300 grand.
On top of the mortgage.
On top of the mortgage. So we were actually, and I'm not joking, I haven't told you guys this story, but we were in NAB about to sign on that dotted line for them to pretty much take ownership of our house, so we could obviously get this loan for 300 grand for an F45 gym, because we thought that that's what it was going to take for us to take control of our life and not work for anyone else. Little did we know that, I guess, we would probably be giving more of our time to that business and less time to our family, which is what we were trying to do, was to free up time for ourselves. So we tried so many things. It was actually New Year's Day.
Yeah, 2018.
2018.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
We were at Somerset Dam in Brisbane, and I was scrolling through Facebook, as we all do. I clicked on a sponsored ad, and I basically started speaking to who I didn't know at the time, but would become a very important person in our life, and that's my mentor, Brody. And basically he was offering an opportunity online. As I said, we tried a lot of things before this, and they failed miserably. But we were introduced and plugged into basically a system. And within 6 months of jumping on board to this, Molly was able to give up her full-time job. And within 10 months, I was able to quit my full-time job. And fast forward to today, it's allowed us to jump in the caravan and travel around Australia, as Lara said, with no end date, and basically teach people from the road what we can offer in the way of building a business online. A lot of people in our kind of target audience, if you want to call it that, they want to travel, but they don't know how to do it financially. They think they've got to sell their house, they've got to
save for 5 years,
save,
or
they've
get
got
some
to
sponsorship, or free camp the whole way,
or fruit pick, or have a trade where I know a lot of like fly in, fly out workers, they stop at each town and they work for 6 months and then they keep going. I guess what we're trying to do is educate people that you can make a living online and you can make a sustainable living online. It's, you know, what we're offering here is not just to get rich quick. This is something that I guess is going to last a long, long time. We wouldn't have quit our full-time jobs if we thought it was going to be an 18 to 24 month thing. So that's where we've come from. We had no prior experience. We were just two normal people from Brizzy that just wanted something different, and we wanted to take our family to a better place. And I guess we just moved away from that conditioning. And that's the one thing that I wanted to say on this was I was conditioned. Molly was conditioned. A lot of people are conditioned these days that if it's not a trade or a uni degree or a 9 to 5, you just label it as either a scam or a pyramid scheme, and if it's online, then it's even worse, right? Like, we live in an age now, and this is such a good time to be talking about this, because of right now today, what the world is going to obviously progress into is a world without, I guess, that skepticism, because more and more people are realizing now that they need multiple streams of income more than ever. And you can see it on the TV. You can see the unemployment rate went from 5 to 15%, you know, within a couple of weeks. Right now, more than ever, like, the world is changing and people realize that they need multiple streams. So I guess for us, we're just really excited that, I don't know, we've been able to.
Sorry, Frank.
To help people like us.
We're excited.
A lot of people are worried they don't have the skills, but you said, Brent, that you were a manager. Like, you weren't doing Facebook ads or anything like that, obviously, were you? And what about you, Molly? Like, did you guys have the skills to do this? And how did you get your confidence up going from?
So I think for me, well, I was doing sales. Maybe sales background has helped us. I don't know. You were in sales. I was in sales and then in customer service in the insurance company. But we have no marketing degree. We both didn't go to uni. We both didn't go to TAFE. Actually, I think I went to TAFE for maybe 6 months and quit it because I hated it.
I got expelled in year 12.
There you go. Yep. And we went to very well-paid private schools, and we both just we didn't use that education that we got taught from school. Everything we do is we've learnt along the way, which is what is so beneficial with what we do, is we teach you how to do it all. As for the confidence, we're very, is it extrovert? Is that out there, people?
Yeah.
Introverted people, but we're very social. And I think for confidence wise, like, yes, it does take a little bit of confidence, but again, we learn it along the way. You get used to it. I don't know. What do you think?
I think I don't think it boils down to the confidence. I think it boils down to
how much do you want it.
How much do you want it? How much are you willing to sacrifice? And how much are you willing to step out of your comfort zone?
That's it. Yeah.
Something that we've learned a lot along the way is it doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter how many books that you've read. If you cannot take action and willing to try something new and learn some new skills, you will always have the life that you have without doing that.
Man, I still get the sweaty palms. I still get nerves. I still get everything 2 years in, but you do it because you want to and you want that change.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you too, did you have a lot of money to get started? You know, do you need, a lot of people think to get into this business, they need to have a lot of cash, but is that true?
So when we first started, we
this is a good story too.
Built in our house in September 13th. We moved into our house at the time because my birthday is the 14th. I remember that. And we started this in early January. We still had no lawn on our front yard. So we were struggling. We had no money in the bank.
We had roughly, and we're very transparent with opening up to people about our life, and that's how we've been since day dot. We had roughly $60,000 worth of consumable debt wrapped up in personal loans, credit cards. We had the mortgage.
On top of that then?
Yeah, on top of that then. We had obviously
we were
the car
living week to
loan
week,
as
both
well.
full time. We were living week to week in our pay. Like,
Yeah.
we had no savings,
Yeah.
no capital. Yeah.
So to answer your question, when we started this, we literally started on the bones of our bum.
Mm.
So there are so many ways that I guess you can make what we do work. The best thing that we have to offer is we can tailor it to you.
Mm.
And this isn't just one size fits all and it's one way or the highway. We're out here helping people. And that's the biggest thing that I want to say is we're not out here just pushing certain products or opportunities or services. We're out here trying to help people grow and build and to start their own business that could potentially change their life. The best thing about us is, once again, we tailor it to you. Everyone's got to feed themselves. Everyone's got to keep a roof over their head. But once again, it boils down to what can you sacrifice? I mean, everyone knows that business costs money. That's a given. You've got to make it. Nothing started from nothing. I have yet to find something that costs you $0 and you go ahead and make 6-7 figures.
Not even the lotto.
Yeah, no.
If you find it,
Let me know.
We've done so much. Like our last, we've spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands on businesses. We've been in business our whole life. Last venture was a mobile coffee wagon that I had this bright idea when we were living in Rockhampton. I said,
I still got it. You want to buy it?
we are actually,
around Australia with it.
we are
yes. Well,
drinking.
I do good coffee.
I love
we can make coffee. No, but I mean, we did well out of it. But the setup, we had a vehicle already, so we didn't have to buy a vehicle. But I said to Sean, can you just whip me up a coffee wagon on the back of that ute that you're not using?
Yeah.
Weeks later, and thousands of dollars worth of material and hours upon hours of his time, which costs money.
And lots of beer too.
Lots of beer. I mean, that probably cost us how much money, babe?
Oh,
A lot of money.
lot of money.
So even just a simple business like that can
No, it
cost
was
a lot of
like
money.
it was probably $10,000 at the time we finished building it.
definitely.
Getting on the road. Yeah.
Look, guys, we have something here that potentially just from a little bit of sacrifice. So I know when we started this, we stopped eating, out at restaurants. We stopped
Sushi
getting
train. We stopped sushi train.
right, but that was $100 every time we went, and that was once a week.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying.
The shopping, the
amount
unnecessary
of money.
clothes that we had in our closets that we threw out and we packed up and sold up, and
People
Don't
have
need
this
it.
assumption that you need this large chunk, this massive piggy bank, and you've got to just give it away to someone and hope that you get it back. I mean, with us, it's a little bit different. We're basically a university that teaches you how to be an entrepreneur and to build streams of income. The difference with us is it's not going to cost you $100,000 in university fees, and then you've got to do it for 4 to 6 years before you start making money. You can really hit the ground running, learn some new skills very quickly, get plugged into a system that works, get plugged into training that works. Everything that we have works. And this is so exciting because there's proven results. I mean, you're talking to a couple here that had no experience whatsoever in making or building a business online. We plugged into a system, we learned some new skills, we put those skills to work, and we stayed consistent, and we started to see results, and then we just scaled it. And that was it. Like that's all that we did, really. We plugged into something. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We didn't start Amazon. Do you know what I mean? Like the version. Like,
and I also want to say, like, in regards to reinventing the wheel, a lot of people think, oh, maybe they just got it at the good time, or maybe we missed the boat, or maybe, they did it at a time that it was pumping. Like, what we've built is sustainable, and there's people these days killing it more than what we are in the business.
Yeah.
No one's missing the boat ever.
Yeah.
because what we have is so sustainable.
Do you know, I mean, the internet's only been around like full on business wise for probably 10 years.
I was going to say 15.
Business wise, like full on business wise,
true.
like
Okay.
e-commerce,
Yeah.
right? E-commerce, like
Yeah.
drop shipping, building a business heavily online. It hasn't really got that serious until the last 10 years. That's like tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is so exciting because we're at a time right now where this is the perfect time to get in. I mean, you can build some foundations here over the next 5 to 10 years that will potentially set your family up for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, Molly and myself, we will never work for anyone again not just because of what we've built, but the skills that we've learned during this, that if for some reason what we have goes away, we tap into something else because we've learned those skills.
On how to.
It's
Yeah.
we've learned the same skills as someone that has gone to uni or has got a trade. An electrician will always know how to be a sparky.
Yeah.
Or we will always know how to make money online.
Yeah.
No matter what avenue it is. And that's the difference. People think that it's,
I love it.
you know, you've just got to learn some new skills, and that's what it's all about. And that's what we're here to teach people, right? Like, that's why we're traveling and doing it from the road too.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Mm.
Do we have any more questions? You got anything to ask?
Oh, is it how is it managing it from the road? What's that like?
Yeah.
Fun. Really good fun.
Yeah.
We sign wrote our whole entire caravan, the outside of it, and the car. So we get a lot of traction of people just interested in what we do because, you know, we've got our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, symbols everywhere, our website, everything like that. Managing it with 2 young children. So 18 months old, Maddie's now 4.5. Can be challenging, and times that we get a bit cabin fever, I guess we'd call it. I'm just like, right, let's get in the car, let's go for a drive.
Yeah.
And I work with my laptop while Brent drives.
Well, put it this way, 2 years ago I didn't look like Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this for personal reasons.
Really?
It's not growing because I'm weathered and I'm like, I don't have time to show.
No, good. We adjust. It's same thing as having 2 kids in a house. You adjust to that situation.
But you know what?
You just
2 years
make it
ago,
work.
I never got to see my children.
exactly.
2 years ago, I saw Maddie sometimes because of her sleep cycle. I used to work 6 till 6. I used to get home at 6:30. She'd be asleep.
Yeah.
And no, you don't wake a newborn, even if you miss her that much during the day. If a newborn's asleep, that's it, right? Like Molly had to get her sleep as well. So finally getting Maddie down, you don't wake a sleeping baby. So there was times that I wouldn't see Maddie for days upon end. I'd see her, but I wouldn't be present with her.
Yeah.
So I guess I really just want to say, for the people that are going to be watching this is, like, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to give up 6, 12, 18 months of your life? Or are you willing to give that boss or that job or that business that you're not happy with the next 40, 50, 60 years, and then you get to live then?
Yeah.
That's the question. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you willing to sacrifice right now and give up some time? And let's touch on time. We were so busy when we started this. We were so busy. Molly was pregnant. I was working 12 hours a day. Molly was working 8 to 10 hours a day. Maddie was 2. So we did the nighttime routine and get lunch together and feed the dogs and get the kid to bed and blah, blah, blah. And it was crazy.
Day, clean the house, do the washing.
So we just let it slot into our schedule.
Yeah.
If we could give it half an hour, we gave it half an hour. If we gave it an hour, 2 hours on the weekends, once again, we didn't go home every night and watch 4 hours of Netflix.
Yeah.
We sacrificed. And for the people that are watching this, if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of time, and if you're willing to learn some new skills, there's nothing stopping you creating whatever life you want. There are so many opportunities out there, not just what we have. We're biased, right? Like, I love what we have. I think it's probably the best thing on the market that you could be involved in. But there's so many opportunities. It's just you've got to ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice that?
And
that
you're willing
time?
to step out of that comfort zone.
Two main things.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what we decided, didn't we, hun?
Yeah.
I mean, and we're not spring chickens, but you live a long time these days, and we got a long, even at 50, oh my God, we got a good 25 years to go. So we made the choice, we had this little bubba, that what did our next 20 years look like? Did he want to be swinging a hammer for another 20 years? God, no. Did I want to be up at the hospital in that crappy job for another 20 years? No. And did we want to show our kids that that's the only option they had? No. So
life's too short. Life's too short, and you know, I hate to keep bringing it back to the time that we're in now, but I love the context that we have within this Zoom call in the time that we are in right now. I mean, there's so many people that are losing their lives that have never lived because they were too busy listening to the opinions of others or what they were taught at school and what not to do and the conditioning. I mean, we only get one shot. You can't make it better. Like, you can't come back a second time and fix the mistakes or to live. And I've spoken to people that are well above my age, that are double my age, some triple my age. And the one thing is they have is regret. That they didn't do more, that they didn't say yes more, or they didn't just stop listening to others' opinions. And I'm so happy that the last 2 years I've learned so much about myself, and I know Molly has, that our opinions are for us.
Yeah.
That's it. No one else. And everyone else's opinions, they can have theirs, but it's not going to affect our family and our direction and our ambition in life to have more. And it's just we're just grateful that we've been introduced to even not just the business side, but the mindset side.
Yeah.
And having your eyes finally open.
As well. Like, our relationship is a lot better. It's always been fantastic, but you know, even just working together now every day, I guess that's a question that we do get asked a lot. How do we go working together every day in a
say to Molly, how is he still breathing? Like, I'm annoying at the best of times, but God, like, you know, I just don't stop. I want to.
It's just him though.
I want to take my family to places that I want my family to be in places that people never see. That I want. Why not?
Yeah.
Right. Like, why would you want the best in this one life?
Yeah.
Why can't you have the best? Why can't you do whatever you want? Why can't you be whoever you want in this one life? And that is our why.
Yeah.
Is our ambition. And that's what we do every day. Is around our caravan, we've got Post-it notes everywhere. We've got little sort of things that, you know, there's like today is going to be the best day ever.
There's my vision board.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
We've got some up here. Oh, there, way there. There's heaps of stuff everywhere.
We see and consume so much positivity and so much. We have so much drive every single day because we keep our eye on the prize. And you change your habits, learn some new skills, keep your eye on the prize. Anything's possible.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's infectious too, isn't it, babe? When we first started watching some of the meetings, we were like, oh my God, these people are so positive. And to start with, you're like, oh, not really comfortable with this, right?
Yeah, I got a shot.
But seriously, you just don't know, do you? And then you start getting the positivity coming through, and it's just wonderful. And now we're loving it, and we passed it on to the kids. You know, kids are doing their positive affirmations before bed. They're cute as.
Oh, God,
and it's really
Baby Shark.
He does it to Baby Shark. He goes,
well, I'm pretending floss.
I am strong, do 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 do. I am strong, do 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 do. And he can't floss.
I can't floss.
It's very bad. It's a
but
very
I'm trying.
But they love it, and you hear them actually saying it out loud when they're doing things.
We sing it.
They say it to themselves. So how cool is that?
I love this. That's okay. We'll be okay. Yep.
I was just going to say the other day, Maddie fell over when we were taking her for a walk. And I just stopped her for a second. I'm like, Mads, breathe. Let's go sit on the beach and meditate. And she's 4, right? And we both sat down, started breathing, getting rid of her, she was really upset about grazing her knee. And I just got her to breathe, calm down, and just meditate. And she was like, Mommy, I feel better now. Let's keep walking. But it's just that realization that you can pass what we're doing down to your children as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Them in the best mindset as well, because they're around you all the time.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We better let you go, guys, because you've got babies in bed and Al's about to wake up. But it's been awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. And look, I really hope that everyone that watches this, hope that you got some value, and just don't fence it. That's the biggest thing. Don't fence it. There's an opportunity here for you to completely change your life. And if you want to, and if you want to learn some new skills, and if you're coachable, you can change your life. That's what it all boils down to. So appreciate you guys.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Good job. How do I stop that?
Just stop recording.